right. We are Hebrew Israelites. We come out here every Saturday or every Sunday to prophesy the downfall of America. And y'all know who we are. This truth is not hidden from nobody. All right, we've been coming out here for the past 3 years and speaking the same message, according to the Bible, to tell you that America is going to be destroyed, man. And you Negro and Latinos, you are Hebrew Israelites, all right? And to tell you so-called white man, you're an Edomite, all right? You're an Edomite and you come for your father Esau, and you will be destroyed. And before you're destroyed, you're going to go into captivity. Then you're going to be utterly eradicated from the face of the earth and no longer be in existence. Because the Most High got the perfect hatred against the so-called white man. Because he's broken every single law and he's touched the apple of the eye of the Most High. All right? But we're out here to give you a message and to warn you people. All right? But we know, since we've been out here for this long already, the elect, if there is the elect here, and the Lord knows that there's the elect where they're at. But if there ain't none here in San Angelo, our job is to condemn this place, along with the other brothers on the four corners of the earth, whether you like it or not. All right? That's what Yahweh did, and that's what all the prophets did. They spoke against many great kingdoms, okay? And we're gonna continue to do this job until the Most High comes back, Lord will. All right?
This is Isaiah 6 and 10. Make the heart of the people fat and make... Verse 9? Isaiah 6 and 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, who shall I send? Who will go for us?
Right, the Most High ain't gonna send no two-third nigga or ignorant person who ain't got no understanding. Like it says in Isaiah, was it 28? Those that are weaned from the breast, them shall I teach the doctrine who have understanding. All right, he's not just gonna send some idiot out in the streets and be a representative for him. Okay?
And who will go for us? He said, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Right, y'all hear, but y'all don't understand. Y'all see, but y'all don't perceive what we're actually doing. Okay? It's like all the prophecies that we tell you every day in and day out. Because you go on the internet and there's millions of videos of us. Not us two brothers, but all the brothers. From the elders all the way down. Telling you day in and day out. These prophecies are coming to pass and they're being fulfilled before y'all's eyes, man. Okay? We're telling you the destruction's coming. And before America's utterly annihilated by fire, certain plagues and atrocities are gonna be on the face of the earth. Okay?
It says, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears.
Unless you see, unless the Most High opens up your mind, your spiritual eyes to this truth. Other than that, you're led to the slaughter. Okay?
Lest they see with their ears and hear with their ear, or at least they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. They said, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant and the houses without man and the land be utterly desolate.
Right, so we gotta keep coming out here, and even at that, there's gonna come a point where you ain't gonna see us on the street no more. But we're still gonna do the work, okay? But it's gonna go to the point to where it's not gonna be open to you as it is today.
We're going into Esdras. It's the second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
And that's a commandment. We're supposed to come out here and speak of the prophecies of the Bible. Although we know this whole book is the spirit of prophecy. All right? But it's our job to come tell you about the certain atrocities and calamities that are coming on the face of the earth, such as race riots, okay? Friends turning against each other, all right? Your parents turning against you, right? And ultimately, us men of the Lord will, if we are those men, y'all gonna be against us in that time. Those are prophecies. And also to you younger brothers, that's something you gotta understand, that when you come in and you make this oath with Yahweh Shai, you've made yourself a target to the enemy of Yahweh Shai. This is not a game. Just like Yahweh Shai winks at men that sin against him, so is Esau, man. So are these men out here that are bloody men. They're winking at you, okay? You got away saying, giving me my judgment, saying what you had to say, but that day they're gonna remember. So that's why you gotta hold on to this truth, man. You gotta hold on to this truth, because if you let it go, there's no more hedge covering you. Yahweh Shai don't got your back no more if you leave this off, man. And like all the prophets say, it's better to fall into the hands of the Lord than to fall to the hands of the enemy. Because the hands of the enemy, they're gonna do what they want. Torment you, man.
It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Right. And he's put these prophecies in our mouth that we come out of the scriptures in proper perspective and the proper breakdowns. Not according to our own imaginations.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Right.
These prophecies are the truth. They're going to come to pass, man. Not one of these prophecies are lying to you. This is the truth. And there's a saying in the world, history repeats itself. Every single time Israel was put into captivity, that was for an example. And those kingdoms that had them in captivity, what happened to those kingdoms? They were destroyed by their adversary. All right? It's all an example.
It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
And America's gonna be destroyed. America is not exempt. There's nothing great about America. America had its glory days, like Rome did, like the Greeks did, okay? Like the Medo-Persian Empire did, the Babylonians have. America's it's just that, in our time, that great kingdom. But her time's up. That's why you brothers, or you people that watch us, you gotta understand that the Most High always sent certain men out into the world right before our kingdom was about to be destroyed. And the perfect example of understanding that is not only Isaiah, but Jeremiah. Because right before the children of Israel were going to be taken into captivity, the Most High sent Jeremiah to be a witness for Yahweh Shai, to turn from their wicked ways, right? But they didn't. But that's still Yahweh Shai showing his mercy that, hey, I'm still gonna send you a man of the Lord to show you that I'm for real and that what I'm about to do is about to come to pass. Although the Most High knows y'all's heart, y'all ain't gonna turn. Just like we read in Isaiah. Y'all shall see but not perceive not. Y'all shall hear but not understand.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And we're telling you about war's coming. War's about to come, man. And it's gonna be, nobody's experienced war here in America. Except for, you got the veterans that go in the Vietnam War, right? But for it to happen here, on this soil, American soil, in every city, in every town, in every state, in a place where there's hope and dreams, which is false hope and dreams, it's gonna be to y'all's destruction of a root of awakening, man.
If I can say one thing, there's that saying also out there too in the world, it's too good to be true. America, like the brother's speaking about, it gives y'all this hopes and dreams, right? The American dream, that long-term goal, right? Well, it's too good to be true. Everybody says it because every single time something never happened, something bad would always happen at that end of that time or situation, And that's what's gonna happen to America because, we're gonna get into it later. This brother wants to speak about it today. Y'all people have been deceived, and onto the prophets and the men of the Lord who came out to the land and prophesied against it. I'm gonna tell you this, the Most High did not ever send his men of the Lord out, his prophets, for no reason, all right? Every time a man of the Lord was ever sent out, there was a reason for it. The scriptures even told you that when a man did try to come out of his own heart, he was to be destroyed because it wasn't that time. So there's a reason why all these men, all these Negroes, Latinos, of all these nations are out there on the highways and byways spreading the same message, that America is going to be destroyed because of all this wickedness that's being put out. And like we're speaking about, these men, the ones who are out on the highways and the byways, they're prophesying exactly the same thing that was prophesied in Jeremiah: destruction and war.
This is Isaiah 47:7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Right.
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Right, see, and that's what that's coming from the mindset of Esau, man, the so-called white man, the whole mindset of America, that they're gonna be there forever, right? Because, right, like the brother said, they were in the glory days, right? And and America's still trying to be number one, be the untouchable land. It's too good to be true, because America, they got all this power, but they're doing it, they're abusing it. So someone has to execute that judgment that's not being placed throughout the earth. The Most High, that's why he's coming back, because the so-called white man wants to abuse his power, wants to think that this vain thing that he's
this vain dream.
Yeah.
This land where you can come and fulfill this land you can come for hope and prosperity and dream. You can fulfill your dreams. It's false. That's what he tries to give you as a form of a deception. But it's false. All right? And that's part of his sorcery, his enchantments to entrap you. Well, 2/3 y'all done. But to the elect, y'all need to get out of that mindset. Lord will, through the elect, the Most High is going to draw you out regardless. But we're still out here to be a witness, just like the prophets were as a witness. John the Baptist was a witness. John the Revelator, all of them, Yahushua, Habakkuk, Haggai, Zechariah, they were all witness. There were those bright shining lights, okay? But going back to the point, that America gives you false hope. And in this land of America, destruction's coming, believe it or not. The Bible prophesies it, because the kingdom of Israel is the only kingdom that's promised forever rulership. So that kingdom in the last days has to be destroyed before Israel can be put in rulership, right? Okay, so who's in rulership now? America. The so-called white man, be simple and plain like that. What nationality governs this whole world? A white man, Esau, the so-called white man. He's in allegiance with all the other nations, right?
This is for that false hope. This is Ezekiel 13:6. They have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Lord sent, and the Lord had not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they would confirm the word. Basically, he goes to these churches, but he's speaking on that false hope. That's what America puts out. All right, the prosperity and everything. These things, like the brother speaking about the restoration of Israel. That's not that kingdom. That's where there's going to be true peace. And in this time, what are they telling you? Peace, right? Well, there's no peace. Nothing but wickedness. Nothing but all these atrocities being committed, and y'all people actually believe that that's peaceful. Y'all been deceived.
Go back to the second Esdras.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 3, or verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Right, let not the unbelief of those trouble you. Because, like I said, we've been out, Sinangelo knows, these people out here, they know we've been out here for the past three and a half years. All right? And where they at? Nowhere. Okay? It's a lonely road. So don't let the incredulity of those trouble you. Don't let their unbelief trouble you. Because a lot of, like Yahweh Shai said in the Gospels in Matthew, enter ye in the straight gate. But many go in there in the broad and wide gate that leads to destruction. Many people are going to die, man. Many people are going to perish in this side. Okay? So when you come out to the highways and the byways, if you younger brothers are watching, to further encourage you, we're going to say it. You got to keep pushing. You got to just keep your faith. Don't let it trouble you. All right? Go ahead.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Right, and don't let the imaginations trouble you. Don't let what Esau has prepared for us trouble you, man. Because he has many things. He's wanting to get his hands on us, the men of the Lord. But don't let that trouble you. Keep pushing. Keep your faith.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Because all the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. And you don't want to be found as an unfaithful man. One that, departed from the Lord. Because bad times are coming. And it's not going to be a light death like a lot of people hope. Well, in that day, I hope I die in my sleep. Or I'm going to take my own life. Man, you know how hard it is to take your life? It's not an easy thing. It's not. It has to be perfect. The Lord has to have it set up in the spirit for you to take your life. You can't just take your life. Don't you know these are your chains? You can't break chains off with your bare hands. It's not an easy thing.
It said, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Right, the Lord's going to bring plagues. That's right before the coming destruction, the actual destruction. So you got to keep that in mind, that there's going to be plagues that are going to be sent out on the earth to be as scourges to the people. As a sword, a weapon, a whipping stick. Okay?
I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Right, America's hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay? You go to second Esdras, where it speaks about the eagle. What is that in the 11th chapter? 11th chapter? No, the 11th chapter?
Yes, 11,
the 11th chapter, the Most High was, the lion that it spoke of is Yahweh Shai, and how he was rebuking the eagle, telling the eagle that you fulfilled your hurtful works. You know what I'm saying? Here on earth with cruel oppression. Okay? So her time has come. Although that was the Roman Empire, because in the latter days there was a more dreadful and greater beast. Okay?
And for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things.
Right, so now Yahweh Shai is working through men to come out here and speak the truth and cast judgment before it's actually implemented. Okay?
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right, and Lord willing, we are those men that are complaining about wanting to get out of this place. And we hate this place. And we're asking for deliverance and mercy from Yahweh Shai.